One, in any situation of oppression, where you start the timeline of violence reveals a lot about your moral compass. As the Brazilian philosopher Paulo Freire writes, quote, with the establishment of a relationship of oppression, violence has already begun. Never in history has violence been initiated by the oppressed. Violence is initiated by those who oppress, who exploit, who fail to recognize others as persons, not by those who are oppressed, exploited, and unrecognized, end of quote. The reaction of the oppressed, whether one considers any aspect of it morally or legally justifiable or not, is always just that, a reaction to the initial violence of the oppressor. Understanding the context and causes of resistance does not entail accepting any specific tactics. 2. Well before October 7th, Israel's far-right government, its most racist, fundamentalist, sexist, homophobic ever, had been ruthlessly escalating its ethnic cleansing, siege, pogroms, incarceration, and daily humiliation of millions of Palestinians everywhere. As affirmed by the International Court of Justice in 2004, the UN Charter does not give Israel, as an occupying power, the right to self-defense using military means against the Palestinian people under its occupation. The Genocide Convention does not allow for any justification to perpetrate genocidal acts. International law actually recognizes the right of all peoples resisting foreign occupation and colonization to resort to armed struggle. However, the use of force against civilians is strictly prohibited, and this is something the BDS movement adheres to. 4, regardless, condemning, and this is an important point, especially for white Western politicians, condemning any illegal or immoral acts of violence that the oppressed may commit in resisting oppression is ethically acceptable only if the condemning party has earned the moral standing to do so by having already condemned the prevailing system of oppression, the initial violence. 5, since oppression is the root cause of violence, those of us who sincerely care about ending all violence must act to end Israel's 75-year-old regime of settler colonialism and apartheid. This begins with ending complicity.